warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Intan Eka Rizky Briharta Putri. I am a civil engineering student from Muhammadiyah University of Jakarta, class of 2025. And I'm also a representative of Unit 4 from LD subject. We have presented about building supplies, which has 4 subunits such as building materials, insulation, and lastly, problem assigned. Okay, so let's check out the video.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending our group's presentation. Let's introduce ourselves. My name is Intan Eka Rizky Briharta Putri.
My name is Iza Muhammad Zafandi.
My name is Jasmine Mustari. My name is Kayla Matan Lintang.
My name is Kelvin Rama Saputra.
Okay, the main unit in this presentation is building supplies. So without any further ado, let's get started. Pause. Okay, we have table of content that will be presented in this presentation, such as building materials, installation, and problems on site. And consequently, I will explaining the first subunit in this presentation, that is building materials. Building materials and building supplies have almost the same meaning. So, building materials and supplies include a wide range of products, from natural resources like stone and wood to man-made items like steel, concrete, and plastic. There's difference between these two. So what's the difference? Building materials are raw substance or primary components used for construction, such as steel, wood, and concrete. For building supplies, refer smaller and supporting items needed to assemble materials or supporting the work. Example is like insulation and then adhesives, and lastly, fasteners. After this, we will watch a video about building materials. Let's watch it together.
Junior, are you ready to learn about this? Come on, let us dive in to learn the common building materials in detail. Building materials are the materials that are used to construct any civil structure. With the help of these materials, several civil structures are constructed, such as buildings, dams, skyscrapers, towers, etc. These building materials are broadly classified into 2 main categories. They are natural building materials and artificial building materials.
Okay, so that's the explanation of the first subunit, building materials. Let's move on to the next subunit.
Okay, then. Hello everyone, my name is Kelvin Rama Saputra. I want to present about word pairs. Word pairs are 2 words that are frequently used together in a specific order to create a common expression or a fixed phrase. For the example is number 1, timber and stone. They decided to use natural timber and stone for the house exterior. Number 2, doors and windows. The workers installed the doors and windows this morning. And number 3, sand and gravel. The contractor ordered ordered sand and gravel for the concrete mixture. Here is the video. Let watch is clear.
Have you heard back and forth, loud and clear, body and soul, safe and sound, tea and biscuits, neat and clean, pros and cons, rock and roll? Some words go in pairs. What are they called? These are called non-reversible word pairs. What is word pair? Word pair made with two words in an order that is logically consistent. Why they are called non-reversible word pairs? We always say these words in the same orders. We say inside out, not out inside. Words that go together, but they have to go together in a particular order. If you swap the order or if you reverse the order, it will just sound completely unnatural. For example, you cannot say roll and rock instead of rock and roll. Word pairs are always joined by the word and. Here are some more word pairs: fork and spoon, table and chair, bread and butter. We will form word pairs with the help of pictures. Summer and winter, wet and dry, read and write, pen and ink, moon and stars, day and night.
Here's an example of the dialogue.
Hi Jasmine, do we have enough cement bags for the new foundation?
Let me check. Yes, we have 20 cement bags and they'll steel roots.
Great. What about pre-brushes and wood panels?
We have the brushes, but we need to order more wood panels.
Okay, I'll add them to the next material list.
Okay, let's move on to the next sub-unit.
Okay, my name is Kayla and I will presentation about materials. The process of placing and confirming an order tracking stock item is an order management workflow that includes the step of placing an order, verifying stock availability, and final confirmation of the order to the customer. For the example is ordering construction materials, and then check the construction materials needed, and then last is confirmation the order. And we have videos about order materials. Let's watch together.
First, talk about the process of ordering material. Now, each contractor or subcontractor is responsible for a particular aspect of scope when it comes to a large commercial construction project. Now, those contractors will read through the drawings and specifications, which will tell them exactly what they need to order for material, fixtures, and equipment. If they've already been contracted to complete the job, they have likely completed a detailed estimate during the pre-construction phase, which would summarize the types and quantities of material needed. I explain this as the takeoff process in my estimating video, which is how a company would quantify materials needed for a project. Now, the drawings and specifications on a commercial construction project will specify the requirements of the material, fixtures, and equipment. The specifications will tell you the type of material, approved manufacturers you can use, colors, and much more, which is exactly what the owner is looking to have installed. You cannot just install anything similar in material. The product actually has to match what's specified, unless the owner approves of substitution. So to ensure that the owner is getting what they want, the architect also includes submittal requirements in the specifications. Submittals include product data literature, shop drawings, color charts, samples, and much more. Essentially, the contractor responsible for ordering that specific material would need to submit the required submittal information to the architect or engineers for review and approval. This is a back check that the architect and engineers require as part of the overall process to ensure that the contractor is going to install the correct material or equipment for the owner. And submittals can also be rejected if the material does not meet the specified criteria. So once all applicable submittals are reviewed and approved, the material can likely be released. I say likely because the material sometimes requires field measurements, which is another step prior to release.
Okay, let's do this. This time I will explain about grammar making requests. Request a phrase for asking something in a formal way or polite manner. So if you want to order something, you have to do it politely. You can say, "Hey, I want 3 bags of cement delivered to my house now." It's rude. You can say that. So you have to say this like this. "Could you send me 3 bags of cement to my house now or as soon as possible?" You can use please or can you or could you in every sentence when you are making requests. Usually, you will be asked the order number or confirm your order request. For the complete explanation, let's watch the video.
Well, nothing about lunch. He wants each Imperial lemon you deliver to come in a luxury green box, like the one you had at the presentation.
My goodness, we don't have many in stock. I'll have to order some. Hello? This is Anna speaking from Tip Top Trading. I want some Imperial lemon-sized luxury boxes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What?
Let's make this order a bit more politely, okay?
Why are the English so obsessed with being polite?
Calm down, Anna, and listen to me. To put in an order for something, you need phrases like, "I'd like to place an order for." We're going to need, "Could you send?" Could we also have, "When can we expect to receive them?"
Right. Hello. Sorry about that. I'd like to place an order for some Imperial lemon-sized luxury boxes, please. We're going to need quite a few. Could you send 300, please? Yes, the green ones. Could we also have the name of our company on the sides, please? When can we expect to receive them? Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
For the dialogue. Good afternoon, this is Evan Supplies. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Tom from Woodpro. I'd like to place an order, please.
Certainly. What's your order number?
It's BP229A. Could you check if 20 sheets of Bollywood are in stock?
Okay, let me see. Yes, they're in stock. Would you like to deliver them now tomorrow?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, next is stock unit.
My name is Ismail Rustani. I will present about insulation. Insulation is the process of coating building components such as roofs, walls, and floors with corresponding materials to inhibit the flow of heat, sound, and moisture. Example: glass wall, rock wall, extruded polystyrene foam board, fiberglass, and cellulose. And this video.
Mineral wool. Made from natural or synthetic minerals, mineral wool as part of a manufacturer's specification is fire resistant and commonly used in both residential and commercial construction. Brands like Rockwool and Knauf Insulation offer reliable mineral wool insulation products. Their insulation materials as part of a tested system provide good fire resistance and thermal performance. Nature has provided us with its own built-in thermal insulation, courtesy of sheep's wool. Yes, you heard me, sheep's wool. The crimped structure of sheep wool fibres create millions of tiny air pockets that trap air just like a puffer jacket. An eco-friendly option, sheep's wool provides good insulation and is often used in sustainable builds. Companies like Thermofleece and Black Mountain Insulation specialise in producing sheep's wool insulation. Fiberglass has become one of the leading types of thermal insulation. Now remember that, because you usually can't go wrong with trusted fiberglass. Fiberglass is lightweight, cost-effective and easy to install. Isover and Knauf Insulation are the well-known brands that manufacture fiberglass insulation products. They offer a range of options suitable for different applications, including walls, roofs and floors. Now what have I told you? There's something potentially even better for overall thermal performance in the real world. With up to 80% of recycled materials like old newspapers being used in its manufacturing process and fire-resistant chemicals, cellulose is more environmentally friendly than the likes of fiberglass. Now, the added bonus of cellulose is its ability to absorb and release moisture vapour, so it can help regulate humidity levels, preventing mold growth in walls. A very useful solution in environments with fluctuating humidity levels. Now, what if you need something lightweight, will last longer than 50 years and has superior insulation compared to many other materials?
Used to, use as, use for, emails. Used to is something that happened regularly in the past but doesn't anymore. Use as describe the function or role of something. Use for emails means something is incident, designed, or commonly used to send, receive, or manage emails. The formula used to subject plus use plus noun plus 2 plus verb 1. Example, we use this report to monitor daily progress on site. The formula uses as subject plus is, are plus use as plus noun. The example, this schedule is used as equivalent for the installation team. The formula uses for subject plus is, are plus use for plus noun verb in. The example, this email is used for confirming your order. And this video.
Today's mini English lesson is about used to. What's the difference between these sentences? I used to drive on the left. I'm used to driving on the left. They sound almost the same, but in fact there's a very important difference. One of them is talking about a past habit that's finished now, and one of them is talking about something that is familiar or normal for you. But which one is which? When you have used to followed by a verb in the infinitive, you're talking about a past habit or state. I used to drive on the left when I lived in England. Now I don't live in England, so it's finished. I don't drive on the left. This is a past habit. We can also use this for past states. I used to live in England. It's finished now. In the other sentence, I'm used to driving on the left, we're talking about something that becomes familiar or normal for you. We can see the difference because we don't just have used to, before it we have a verb. In this case it's to be. I am used to. And after used to we have a verb in the gerund or the ing form. This means when you first arrived in England it was very strange to drive on the left, but now it's completely normal. I'm used to driving on the left. We can use the verb ing, or we can replace it with a noun. I'm used to the road system in England. When we use this structure to talk about developing a new habit, you can use the verb to get, and this talks about the moment that it happens, the moment that you develop the habit and that this becomes normal for you. When I moved to England, at first it was difficult, but after a few weeks, I got used to driving on the left. It became normal. I got used to it, and now I am used to it. When we use used to talk about becoming familiar with something or something becoming normal, you could use it in any tense, the past, the present, or the future. If your friend has a difficult situation at work, you could say, I'm sure you will get used to it. Talking in the past, you could say, when I first moved to Manchester, it was difficult to take an umbrella all the time, but I soon got used to the weather in the past. So here we have the same structure, used to, in two very different situations. Used to plus infinitive talks about a finished state or habit. Be or get used to plus verb ing talks about something that becomes familiar or normal. So now that you know the rule, you need to go out there and get used to using used to in these two very different contexts. Bye!
Here's the sample for the dialogue.
Hi Ija, did you ever use phone to ring on this project?
Yes, we used to. Use foam tubing for the old pipe system, but not anymore.
What are we using now?
Mineral wool. It's used as thermal insulation for the inner walls.
And what is polystyrene used for?
It's used for stability wall insulation.
Got it. Thanks, Dad.
Okay, let's move on to the next subunit.
Okay, next is problem on site. Site problem or problem on site is referred to the problems or challenges that occur at the project site. Usually is work delays, quality issues, cost overruns, or work accidents. For the example is usually happens in project site is cash flow problems, safety problems, and defects and cracks in concrete. And we have videos about problem on site. Let's watch together.
The construction field builds our world, but it's not an easy job. Let's look at the top 5 biggest challenges faced by the construction industry today. 1. Labor shortage. Skilled workers are becoming harder to find. Many projects face delays simply because there aren't enough trained hands on site. 2. Rising material costs. Prices of cement, steel, and fuel keep going up. Managing budgets has become one of the toughest parts of any project. 3. Weather and site conditions. Construction depends on the environment. Rain, heat, or unexpected ground issues can stop work for days or even weeks. 4. Safety concerns. Construction sites are risky. Ensuring every worker follows safety standards is a daily and vital challenge. 5. Adapting to technology. From drones to 3D design, technology is changing fast. Many companies struggle to keep up with digital transformation. So, labor, cost, weather, safety, and tech. These are the biggest hurdles in modern construction. Which one do you face the most? Comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more construction insights.
Okay, for the next subunit.
Okay, my name is Liza Mobilfandi. 2 are not enough. What's the difference? 2 is more than what is needed. The formula is 2 plus adjective. The example is this tea is too hot, I can drink it. The formula is 2 plus adverb. The example, he drives too fast, it's dangerous. The formula too much plus noun. The example is this food is very sweet, it has too much sugar. The formula is too many plus noun, and the example is the class has too many students, some of them don't have desks. Okay, and enough is sufficient, as much as needed. The formula is adjective plus enough. The example is he is tall enough to reach the top shelf. The formula is enough plus noun. The example is he has enough money to buy a new toy. The formula is adverb plus enough. The example is she is a fast runner, and I am too. I am fast enough to run with her. 2 and not enough are used to express the level of intensity or adequacy, but with opposite meanings. And that's the video. Let's watch it together.
We use to before an adjective. Adjective is a word which describes noun, like angry, tired, or sad. To plus adjective is used to say that something is more than necessary, more than enough or wanted. This construction has a negative meaning. Just look at me, I'm really angry. I'm too angry today. Yesterday I cried. I was too sad yesterday. Look at Bo, it's very cold. So Bo is too cold. It is very hot today. Mia is too hot. Mo is too fat. They are too tired. We need the structure adjective plus enough to say that something is of sufficient quality. This construction has a positive meaning. I'm romantic enough. B is clever enough. Bo is talented enough. To is rich enough. They are happy enough. We use the construction not plus adjective plus enough to say that something is of insufficient quality. This construction has a negative meaning. Look at me, I am angry. I am not calm enough. Mo is unfit. Mo is not fit enough. They are silly. They are not clever enough. The man is slow. He is not fast enough. To is tired. To is not energetic enough. They are aggressive. They are not friendly enough.
Okay, next the dialogue is this.
Hi Isa, how the work going today?
Not very well, sir. There's too much sand and not enough cement.
No, did you check the delivery note?
Yes, but the driver brought too few bags of cement.
Alright, I'll call the supplier. We can continue with too little cement on site.
It's time for Q&A. If you have any question, please raise your hand and state your name.
3, 2, 1, go!
My name is Muhammad Sabil from Union 6, and the question is, what is the difference in meaning between too hot to eat and not too cold not cold enough to eat?
Hello, my name is Ilham Nabila from Union 3. I have a question for Ms. Pangkit. Can you give me 3 examples where you should? Thank you.
My name is Theodore Nogoro. I'm from Unit 7. I have a question. How to prevent problem on site? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. So we're gonna discuss the answer. So later, please.
Okay, I wanna answer the question from Muhammad Ibn Sabil. Okay, the question is, what is meaning too hot to eat and not cool enough to eat? Too hot to eat is mean the food is so hot that you cannot eat it, or the problem is excessive. Not cool enough to eat, it means the food is still not cool or cold enough, so you cannot eat it yet. The problem is not cool or not cold enough. Understand?
Yes, I
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now I will answer a question from Gilang. Okay, the question is, can you give me 3 example grammar of used to? Okay, the first grammar is, when I live in Jakarta, I used to go to the beach every week. And then for the second is, I used to eat spicy food every day. And for the third is, I used to play football when I was a kid. Do you agree with my answer?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Answer to Theo. The question, how to prevent problem on site? Answer.
We have to implement comprehensive risk management, practices, safety and training, and detailed planning and documentary agents.
Okay, so that's the presentation of our group today. the presentation of our group today. Hopefully, you can understand what we presented and the knowledge can be useful for all of us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So that's the video recording of our presentation. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.